We have more now on that breaking news we brought you a short time ago. The Israeli Defense Forces now taking responsibility for the deaths of 3 hostages. The IDF says those hostages were incorrectly identified as, quote, a threat. With us here now is NBC's Anna Schechter. You were watching this in real time. You are fluent in Hebrew. I understand the IDF spokesman, who we have seen many, many times, got quite emotional. Tell us what you heard.
Sure. Well, Daniel Hagari, he's the lead spokesman of the IDF. He's given multiple briefings, but this one, he was almost choked up. You could see that he was grief-stricken. This is a huge admission for the IDF, and the tragic circumstances set against the backdrop of the massive death toll in Gaza, more than 18,000 dead, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. And yet these 3 deaths have their own unique tragedy. The 2 young men in their 20s who were identified, they were kidnapped from kibbutzim near the Gaza border, and they and a 3rd hostage appeared to have been running for their lives, and they were viewed as a threat mistakenly and were shot. The IDF identified their bodies at a nearby camp. Suspicion began to grow about their identities after they were killed.
So there was an IDF spokesman, another IDF spokesman we just heard from. This is news to both of us, but I'm just getting this in, who explained that part of the problem is we have encountered many Hamas fighters dressed in civilian clothes, though they can't say how that may have played into what happened here. That is one explanation for what might have happened. What more did they have to say about this in terms of it obviously being a mistake?
Well, the Israeli Defense Forces have said from the beginning and for years, this is the trickiest part of targeting Hamas. Because of the dense population in Gaza City, Hamas has fired rockets from within schools, from inside mosques, from civilian areas that are heavily populated. And even in cases in the last 2 months now, there have been rockets that misfired and landed near a hospital, killing civilians. And that was actually determined to have been fired by an Islamist group from within Gaza. So the IDF has said for months and really years that Hamas uses civilians as human shields. And so you can imagine if these 3 hostages are dressed in a similar way to other Hamas militants and fighters that the IDF is fighting, it's very hard in the fog of war to distinguish who is who. And this incident really speaks to the current chaos. I think sometimes we forget that this is an active war. There are shootings all day, every day. There are bombings in Gaza every day. There are also rockets that continue to be fired towards Israel almost every day. This is an active war, and in the fog of war, tragic things like this can happen.
The families have been particularly active. They have been very concerned, for example, about flooding of tunnels. Could their family members be in those tunnels? One of the victims of this mistaken shooting, Samer Talalka, his father was on Capitol Hill recently and, talked about how difficult this has been on him, on his family, and how desperate they were to learn that he could be okay. Obviously, now they're getting this information. What has been the impact of the activism of these hostage families in desperately trying to get Israel to do everything it can to get them home?
It's a great question. There's been enormous frustration amongst a large number of families that politicians are not paying enough attention to their loved ones that are captured, and that every day that goes by, their lives are even more at risk. And so you can imagine now we're 70 days into the war, the agony, the hour-by-hour daymare, as one mother described it to me. It's not a nightmare. It's a 24-hour nightmare that this excruciating information to come, that they were so close to potentially being captured. If IDF soldiers were that close, they were so close to rescue, and then this happens. It is tragic, and the tragedy of it was expressed in the emotion of the spokespeople that we've heard from today.
Anna Schechter, thank you so much. We appreciate you bringing the reporting to us.